Well, here's an insulation product I'll bet you've never seen. It's actually a blanket, 2.5 inches thick, made out of cellulose. But instead of being loose, it was manufactured with an adhesive, so it is a tight-fitting bat. It's not well known, it's not carried by a lot of distributors. It's made in Michigan by a company called CMS, or Cellulose Material Solutions. And this is cellulose insulation. But they've manufactured it with an adhesive so that it forms a solid blanket. It's also available in bats to fit 2x4 or 2x6 stud cavities. That would be 3.5 inches or 5.5 inches. The manufacturer rates this at an R10. It's not that heavy, however, it is heavier than a foam board product like XPS. Now, one of the great things about this product, and what it was originally designed for, is a sound attenuating blanket. It is fantastic at absorbing sound. Now, all cellulose is great at absorbing sound, but most of the time, you're installing it inside a fixed cavity with something over that cavity, such as drywall, or in this garage, we have OSB over the cavity. So our sound can reflect off the OSB. With this, because it's open and it doesn't require a covering, the sound can absorb directly. So if you're trying to make something like a studio, sound recording or something like that, this would be a fantastic product to use. Now, one of the downsides of this product is that you can't cut it with a standard razor blade because it's tough to get all the way through. You might have to cut it from both sides with a razor blade. But you can use a insulation knife like this, or go to the dollar store and just pick up a bread knife from them and you'll get through it just fine. You can also cut it with a masonry circular saw blade. So here's a masonry blade in a circular saw. One of the negatives to installing this product is that it's dusty. There's borate in here, there's dust, it's going to come out when you're working with it. So I'm not going to install this product while I have Eleanor with me. I don't have a mask for her. But you will want to wear a mask, but you don't need any gloves because none of this is itchy and it's not going to get in your skin and cause irritation. So that's great. I prefer working with this stuff a lot more than fiberglass. But would you realistically go and buy this? Not typically. So if you're going to get this shipped in, it's going to cost you a lot in shipping. You're transporting a lot of air. It is a green product, it's recycled, so if that matters to you, then that's a great attribute to it. And it comes in these 4-foot by 8-foot sheets. Now, I have a few sheets here that were left over from a project where we insulated a basement wall. And one of the nice parts about doing it there is that this product doesn't readily combust. It has a Class A fire rating, so you're not actually required to put any kind of covering over this. Now, that's different than, say, if you use foam board. Foam board requires a facing as an ignition barrier. I think a great application for this might be if you were trying to add some insulation to something like maybe a trailer, like an enclosed trailer on construction sites, or maybe if you were doing a garage door and you just wanted to glue this on, but you didn't want that fire hazard of having the exposed XPS or foam board exposed to the garage. Since I was given these sheets, I've moved them around from point to point in the garage, and they've really kind of been in my way, but I was saving them thinking I was going to come up with some kind of perfect application for them. But the perfect application just hasn't come around, and they've been in the way. So I'm going to screw these up to the ceiling, and they'll help absorb sound, and if in some years, if some project comes down the line that these would be perfect, I'm okay with unscrewing them from the ceiling and using them then. But I need to get them out of the way, and they'll help absorb some sound while they're in here. So I'm just going to take some of this scrap hardboard. This is an 1/8 inch thick. And I have some of this left over from when I built the house. I used it on the hardwood flooring as a protectant. And I'm going to cut these up into some squares, drill some holes, and use them as large washers so that when I screw them in, this product won't pull through the screws. Well, I hope you found this interesting. And if you have an idea of something this product might work really well in that I didn't mention, please leave a comment below and help us all out. Alright, thanks for watching.